Welcome to the Radical Responsibility Revolution podcast. This is where we are transforming lives, inspiring you to reclaim your health, your wealth, and the power of your mind. Here we share actionable insights, inviting you to turn inwards and design your life of purpose and abundance. Welcome to another episode of Radical Responsibility Revolution. I'm Debbie Dobbins. I'll be your host today, and get ready for some truth bombs because what I have to talk about today, I actually wanted to make it a little bit funny because honestly, you have to laugh at stuff like this and bring a little heart wisdom in and a whole lot of permission for you to shine. Because at the end of the day, the stuff that I'm going to talk about, well, let's go, Sydney Sweeney. We're going to talk about Sydney Sweeney. And how does that have to do with radical responsibility and abundance? Well, stay tuned because, honey, buckle up. So apparently, we are now living in a world where Sydney Sweeney, this beautiful, confident, barely legal to rent a car actress, has not only boosted American Eagle's denim sales by 20%. Oh my gosh, the stock is on fire, which I'm so disappointed that I came late to this party to see what's going on with social media around this, but I think it's hilarious. So the American Eagle stock is up. I wish I'd invested. But what's happened is she's also managed to offend the entire internet with her face, her body, her jeans, her dog. This is what's so hilarious. Her dog. Are you kidding me? Yes, you heard me. She's promoting her jeans. Oy vey. Spelled both ways, right? DNA jeans, Levi type jeans. These are American Eagle jeans. But this American Eagle commercial, if you haven't seen this stuff on the internet, it's quite hilarious, actually. This American Eagle commercial has her saying, "I've got good jeans and my jeans are blue." She's talking about the jeans that she's wearing, that we all wear jeans. Hello. Cute, right? It's wordplay. And good marketing, by the way. Good marketing. A little wink and a little sass. Because honestly, she has good jeans. But then again, she's in her 20s. I have good jeans because I'm 70 and I think I look pretty good for being 70. A little wink and a little sass. But no, this isn't about being funny or cute or wordplay or any of that. People are offended. Really? They're offended. Because why? She's blonde and white. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I'm blonde and I'm white, so I guess everybody should be offended by me, especially when I say the things that I say. But wait for it. She has a German Shepherd. Okay, she has a German Shepherd, which apparently is now code. Being white, being blonde, having blue eyes, saying the word jeans, and having a German Shepherd is code for Nazi. If this wasn't so ridiculous, I just couldn't laugh any harder. This is where we have come as a society, and this is why it's so important for you to take radical responsibility for your life. So, just to clarify, she's a hot girl in jeans with a dog. Literally, that's what's happening. She's a blonde white girl with a dog. But now, that's white supremacy propaganda. Really? Oh, that's the timeline that we're in, folks. This is the timeline we're in. So let's talk about Sydney for a minute. I want to rewind just for a minute because I really didn't notice Sydney until this commercial and all this internet hoopla. I heard about this before. And when I heard about it, I thought, well, okay, if you can get away with it, great. Sydney Sweeney first came across my radar, barely, not from her acting. Because she was allegedly, I don't know, I don't know why I'm saying allegedly because it just feels like we say allegedly for everything. She was allegedly selling vials of her bathwater online for money. So when I first heard that months ago, my first thought was, surely that's fake. I didn't even know who she was, to be honest with you. I couldn't pick her out in a crowd. But the fact is, I didn't know how hot she really is. And that's why men generally were buying this bathwater that she put in vials. Because my first thought was, nobody's buying bathwater. But no, it was real. It was real. And people were out there Venmoing for skin cells like it was like they were, I don't know, Etsy perverts. Just hilarious. I was struck by the humor of that as much as I am with the humor in this crazy Nazi conversation. And honestly, genius! The girl was genius. Come on. If you can get a check for soaking in a tub and bottling it, I salute you. My hat is off to you. There are so many ways that people are missing an opportunity to make money. And this woman is just proving right before our very eyes. Maybe she's got good input. Maybe she comes up with these ideas. I don't care. This is frickin' genius. And honestly, if I'd thought of that in the 80s, I'd be speaking to you from a hot tub in Bora Bora or Costa Rica with a coconut in one hand and a pool boy named Carlos or Alejandro or Pedro in the other. I mean, seriously, this is genius. And this is the beauty and the madness of capitalism. If there's a market, someone's going to sell it. Well, there's a market for jeans, and we've been advertising jeans. These jean companies have been advertising jeans. Remember Brooke Shields and Beyonce's in one for Levi. Hot women sell. It doesn't matter whether you're white, you're black, you're Hispanic, you're Asian. If you're hot, you're going to sell. And if you're mad about it, maybe you're just mad you didn't think of it first. I'm talking about the bathwater. But the fact is that American Eagle is really just taking advantage of a market that has been here for decades. And so back to the ad. American Eagle hires her. They hire her because she's young, glowing, and sensual. Look, that's what sells. Maybe we should be upset about the fact that we're turning her into a sex object. Every man I know that has watched that commercial is drooling. So American Eagle takes this beautiful, young, glowing, sensual, blonde, white woman, and they drop this cheeky commercial. Just, it's adorable, actually. And now she's trending. Not for jeans, though. Not for confidence. For being problematic. Of what? The whole thing just cracks me up. Because apparently, beauty is now offensive. Literally. That's the messaging that's being portrayed here. Beauty is now offensive because there's a whole lot of layers to this. We'll touch on a couple of them. So we're just not allowed to be hot anymore. So I'm going to give up all of this charade. I put makeup on for this video so I can be a little hotter than I usually am. I usually show up on my videos with glasses on so I don't have to wear any makeup. Because honestly, I'm not striving to be hot. I'm just striving to be a little warm. But here's the thing. The messaging around all of this is we're not allowed to be proud of our bodies. Listen, I work on this body a lot. I've been to the gym already, walked my 10,000 steps, all this happy stuff. But God forbid you have a good jawline and own a German Shepherd. They went this crazy route with the beautiful puppy she has. You're probably going to start a civil war if you're hot and you own a German Shepherd. That's really the messaging here. At least that's the message I'm getting. So let's stop weaponizing mediocrity. Seriously, this is about weaponizing mediocrity and calling it virtue. It's not. It's envy, if you ask me. I mean, she's hot. Come on. So let's stop pretending that being offended is a personality trait. Really, it's just not. It's not a personality trait. It is a behavior that has been ingrained that people keep activating over and over and over and then weaponizing. Let's definitely stop calling someone's dog a Nazi. Oh my goodness. How many shows has somebody had to watch that we've stereotyped German Shepherds
into this mindset. It's a damn dog, literally. And it's her damn dog, her puppy, her fur baby. For anybody to go out into the world and go online and call somebody's dog a Nazi, you don't even know the dog. Come on, give me a break. It probably licks its own butt and panics during fireworks like most dogs. So calm the down. What happened to common sense? This is what I call the virtue signal Olympics. People are tripping over themselves, jumping over these hurdles to get to this analysis, which is just flippin' hysterical. It's not about progress. It's about performative outrage. And literally, it's clickbait. It's just people getting more clicks on social media, on Instagram, on TikTok. It's the craziest thing. And so I don't put a lot of stock in it, even though it's fun to make fun of it because it is hilarious. And who can cry foul the fastest? That's the world that we live in. Apparently, the thought process is cry foul. And if you can do it the fastest, you're going to get the more clicks. You're going to get the retweets, or you're going to get the share button going. So who could spot oppression in a denim ad the loudest? I don't even know who the person is that started this, because it's like a wildfire in California. Been born and raised in California, so I know all about California wildfires. Part of the problem that California has with their wildfire is they don't clean their forests. So it is kindling all over the place. That's what happens with these social media opportunities. So you spot oppression and then boom, who can put something out there that's crazier than a loon as soon as possible? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, American Eagle stock has gone up 20%. Holy guacamole. I wish, oh my gosh, I wish I had been aware of this crazy stuff way before, like a week ago, so I could have invested in American Eagle stock. I mean, 20%, put $10,000 in there. That's a quick $2,000 right there. So while everyone's yelling, cancel her, the brand of American Eagle is over here laughing their butts off in quarterly earnings. Yay for American Eagle. You're not canceling her. You're marketing for her. This is what I find hilarious. And most people are doing this on social media so that they get more likes and stuff like that. But hey, you're marketing for American Eagle, so good job. My bad for not investing. You're just unpaid PR in a rage spiral, which is hilarious. So let's talk about the real issue that no one wants to touch. This is about radical responsibility, and that really is the truth of all of this conversation that I'm having with you, even though I'm laughing my little fanny off. And it's the body conversation. People have been saying since political correctness started, we'll call it woke, the body conversation is don't body shame. Well, that's just another way to say love yourself at any size, which is beautiful until it covers denial. This is the problem, is that we have been placating this whole crazy idea that being any size, like any size that you want. I can't think of the gal that was the actress on This Is Us. And she's an adorable actress and a really good actress. She's a really great singer and very, very obese. I've been 100 pounds overweight, so I can speak to things that other people can't. I'm not like your toothpick model walking around saying, oh, just eat less. The fact of the matter is it's calories in and calories out and how much energy your body spends. Please put all the comments you want into this video / podcast, because the fact of the matter is it is a cover up for denial. I know when I'm fat, I could get up here and jiggle my belly, and I work on that on a regular basis. And when you're 70 years old, the amount of work that I put in at 70, if I'd done that in my 40s and 50s, I get a different result because I'm down on the estrogen. But the fact of the matter is it still is something that I want to be healthy about. I'm not losing weight to be skinny. I'm losing weight to be healthy. And I know that my body is not healthy when it was 100 pounds overweight, or even now when it's 20 pounds overweight. And I've lived in that body that was 100 pounds overweight. I've lived in it. And you can call me beautiful all day. And I love how we do that. Oh, she's so beautiful. Her face is so beautiful if she only lost weight. But when I'm going up a flight of stairs without my lungs filing a formal complaint, we are no longer in the land of empowerment. And that's why it's so important to begin to look at your life and take radical responsibility for it. I love how funny this is with Sydney Sweeney. And as I said, she's in her 20s. So, God, wouldn't it be lovely to be in your 20s and have the body that continues to burn calories so much? But also, we have a country full of obese children. So, we're in delusion, right? We don't need to be skinny. We need to be well. And health is not a dress size. What I'm saying is the more overweight you are, the less healthy you are. It does damage to your organs. It's hard on your knees. It's hard on your feet. It's hard on your mental state and emotional state. And anybody, feel free to disagree with me as much as you like, because I have science on my side. Health is about how you physically feel in your body. And if you are deluding yourself to say, I'm 200, 100 pounds overweight, that I must love myself, you do have to love yourself on the way to being more healthy. There's no question about that. But if you continue to delude yourself into believing that this is just absolutely okay going forward and you're not paying attention, that's like when I used to do drugs. I could convince myself that this isn't killing me. Well, guess what? It almost did, because it caused, as far as I can probably determine in my own mind, the cancer that I was diagnosed with. But health is waking up with energy. It's being able to carry your groceries without needing a nap and a juice box. I do this thing where I carry all the groceries at the same time, which is hilarious. And it also means loving yourself and being honest with yourself. That's what true health is. And this deeper truth is all of this outrage, this noise, this blame. It's just a giant distraction from the real revolution, the radical responsibility revolution, the one that we are on through this podcast. But more importantly, the more that we all step up and take radical responsibility for our lives, the happier we will be, the freer we will be. The truth that your life is yours is the only truth that you need to begin to understand so clearly, that your power is not dependent on who's trending or who triggered you. So hopefully I triggered a bunch of people today, because I love to trigger people. That your triggers, because I love poking a bear, and your triggers are invitations. And the reason that I believe that God, the universe, gave me this ability to trigger people, I feel like I should have been on the bomb squad. I'm going to trigger you because I want you to see where the detonation points are so that we could diffuse them or just blow them up. These triggers are invitations. They're not your enemies. So hopefully I am triggering you with this conversation that health is so important. Health is our abundance in physical form. And you can choose to spend your time canceling hot girls and calling dogs fascists, which is just hysterical. Or you can choose to wake up and create something meaningful. That is the revolution. So I'm not mad at Sydney Sweeney. I just believe that this is one of the funniest things that I have seen lately, that people are taking a hot blonde girl and turning her into a Nazi with her little dog. I'm inspired. She's owning it. This is what we should be getting from Sydney Sweeney. I mean, my God, she sold bathwater, and now she's hot, hot, hot. She's the hottest conversation on the planet right now. That's awesome. She's owning it. And she's unbothered by all of this. This is what I love. It's not bothering American Eagle. It's not bothering Sydney Sweeney. The only people it's bothering are all the crazy people that are making stories up online. And she's making money while the internet froths at the mouth. Speaking of dogs and rabies, that's what some of these internet trolls Remind me of an old yeller that has rabies. And you know what? That's hot. I love looking at Sydney Sweeney's commercial because she is hot. Let me wrap this up by saying, don't let the noise steal your joy. Don't let the mob define your worth. And please, for the love of the German Shepherds, let's stop pretending that being offended equals being righteous. What did those poor little puppies ever do to any of these people on the internet? I'm blown away by that. You're not here to perform. You're here to lead. Lead from a place of radical responsibility and own your behavior and your thoughts and your social media posts. And that starts with owning your mind and your body and your big, bold, cheeky truth. This is my big, bold, cheeky truth today. Thank you for listening to another episode of Radical Responsibility Revolution. If you're new, feel free to grab a free copy of Your Inner Billionaire, because this is so important to really begin to understand how you can create the life of your absolute dreams. And if you like this spicy little rant, please share it, tag me, and go speak your truth in your best pair of jeans. Freedom's sexy, and we're just getting started. So stay tuned for next week's podcast. Love y'all. Bye-bye now.